As a philosopher, you become an analytic person. You become a critical thinker. You reason beyond the situation. Reasoning beyond now will have to make you think outside the box. Where does an early childhood education teacher work? It's not only in towns where we'll be working in rich orphanages. There are also rural areas which we're trying to develop so that they can have their own community centers and early childhood preschools. Okay. Once we develop those rural areas, we put in teachers that are knowledgeable, then we are going to be sure that education in the rural areas can be practical. To philosophize simply means to generalize. Philosophers are reflective and critical. Not the quietness of having problems, no. The quietness of reflective thinking so that maybe problems can be solved. So you become a think tank. And in this case, we are talking about you being think tanks in the area of early childhood education. How can you bring an impact and change the education sector in early childhood? It's you. What kind of material is being presented to these kids? How impactful is it? So in this case, the philosopher is attempting or attempts to think through a variety of life's problems and to face all the facts involved. It is the accumulation of knowledge. And this accumulation of knowledge does not by itself lead to understanding. Because it does not necessarily teach the mind to make a critical evaluation of facts. That entails consistent and coherent judgment. Critical evaluations are offered differently. Okay? So we have theologians, philosophers, scientists, and others who disagree first because they view things from different points of view. The way a philosopher thinks will be different from the way a theologian thinks. If we are to talk about early childhood education, a theologian will look at it in a moral aspect. Sunday school, what? They have their own way of bringing children on board and understanding them. Philosophers also have got their own way of improving a child's ability to think and be able to handle problems, be able to solve problems. That's why we are saying philosophy is a rational attempt to look at the world as a whole, to look at a child as a whole, and understand the child as a whole. It seeks philosophy to combine the conclusions of various sciences and human experiences into some kind of consistent worldview. Philosophers wish to see life not with a specialized slant or slot information from a particular angle of the scientist or the business person or the artist, but with the overall view of some cognizant of life in totality. At a certain point, when Plato was asked to draw a graph, who do you think should be the rulers of the nations? He said, the philosopher kings. Why do you say so? Because they have the ability and wisdom to take care of it. They are critical thinkers. But they need soldiers. They need politicians and soldiers and farmers and artisans to help them. The philosopher thinks critically, gives the points to the politician who is so powerful in delivering the message and manipulation. And when the politician confuses the people and convinces them, he says, Lord Enforcer, the soldiers will be there now. Do this, do that, and they provide security. And then we need the farmers to provide food for everyone. And then the laborers will be there to receive instructions from the farmers. And then there's harmony in the state. Philosophy, wisdom to manage things. So the task of philosophy is to give a view of the whole, a life and world view, and to integrate the knowledge of the sciences with that of other disciplines to achieve a consistent form. Philosophy can also be understood as a logical analysis of language and clarification of the meaning of words. And that is why sometimes when you are asked, when you are talking to a philosopher, you bring out a certain word, he may ask you, she may ask you, what do you mean by that? He or she seeks clarity, because what you expect to a philosophy must be clear. It must be consistent. Others have lost cases in court because of giving inconsistent statements. And the law sees the loophole there and takes advantage. And you lose the case, which in the actual sense you were correct. Because when we were in court, we were talking about facts. Prove yourself to be innocent. You are proving, even if you are innocent, you have to prove. If you are not able to prove, even when you are innocent, you go in for it. Yeah? Philosophy has that ability to make you learn how to argue both sides. Nearly all philosophers have used methods of analysis and have sought to clarify the meaning of terms and the usage of language. Because language acts as a very powerful and important tool. Some philosophers see the main task of philosophy, and a few claim this is the only legitimate function of philosophy, to analyze them. Okay. Now, any questions? Because I have a lot of questions for us now. I have talked a lot. And now I'll ask some questions if you do not have. What is philosophy? 2. Who is a philosopher? 3. What is critical thinking? 4. What is an argument? 5. To examine something means. 6. What is logic? 7. What is reasoning? 8. Explain the importance of critical thinking to a student.